Rise 106.7, positively different.
Alright, welcome to today's edition, the season 3 and day 3 of the Rize Oratory Competition. Today is May 29th, and of course, Nigerians marking such a wonderful day. Right here in the studio, day 3, and the house is bubbling with students ready for today's activities. Yesterday was quite encouraging. Some schools made progress into the next round. AC College, of course, qualified alongside Robo Modern College, qualified to the next round of the Rize Oratory Competition. Today we have 2 schools and then 3 waiting. We'll find out more, the names of the students, and how ready they are to contest for today's episode of the program. Again, welcome to Rize FM Oratory Competition, Season 3, Season 2, and then Day 3. We are ready for the day. Well, let me introduce the judges we have today. Looking very good and set for today's program. I'll first introduce Mrs. Chinwedada, the CEO of Listen Kiddies, and of course, children enthusiast speech novel. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you. Good morning.
Bright Omagumi will welcome you. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you, listeners.
And today we have the contestant, Wangwe College, College of Commerce, Orsi Model College. Can you put your hands together, students, as we get ready for today? Let me introduce the speakers, those that will represent their schools today. Ifowodu Ujiro, speaker 1 for Ugwangwe College. Can we celebrate him with a big hand clap? And then we have speaker 2 for Ugwangwe College. Oye Balo Naomi. Can we clap for her? Give her a very big hand clap. And College of Commerce, the speaker 1, Otubu Solomon Destiny. Can we celebrate Mr. Destiny? Speaker 2, Omasa Pamela, we celebrate you. Orsi College is next, and we have speaker 1 for Orsi College, Mirabel Ogene Bobo. Can we celebrate her? And then we'll celebrate Favor Badamusi, speaker 2 for Orsi College. Today we shall be looking at the topic, the effects of insecurity of the education of the Nigerian child. I'll come again. The topic today to be discussed, the effect of insecurity of the education of the Nigerian child. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the live transmission on the Rize Oratory Competition Season 2 on Rize FM Radio. Day 3, it actually began on Monday, May the 27th, and today is having yet another exciting time right here in the studio. May I please welcome the first speaker as he comes to really let us know how ready he is for today. But before then, remember that you will be assessed on the following. Number 1, the dress code is vital, and then your pronunciation will be well checked in the contest as well. Delivery of your point is properly checked here, and of course, the content of your presentation. The time management is very imperative. We will check it here, the panel of judges, and then we have the composition in total. Ladies and gentlemen, students, can we please give a big hand clap as we welcome the chief speaker for the school. Remember, you have 5 minutes as the chief speaker for today, and then we'll begin with College of Education, College of Commerce. Yes, the speaker 1, Otubo Solomon Destiny. Please give him a big hand clap to celebrate it. Keep clapping, students. Are you tired of clapping? Thank you.
Good morning, my listeners. My name is Otubo Solomon Destiny. I am a student of College of Commerce, Warri, and I will be speaking on the topic, effects of insecurity on the education of the Nigerian child. Firstly, what is education? Many people see education as a medium of getting a good job, living a royal life, and earning money. But education doesn't really mean that. Education is the awakening of the creative capacity to perceive. It is making an individual a light unto oneself. Also, education is also the act or process of acquiring or impacting general knowledge. Insecurity, on the other hand, is a state of being open to danger or threat. We can simply say lack of protection. That is what education is facing now in Nigeria. Education is now lacking protection, and this has brought about so many consequences, such as violence. Violence has disrupted education with devastating long-term consequences to the affected students. Violence has a negative impact on children's education. It affects them emotionally, psychologically, and physically. It hinders the child's learning process by making the child to lose interest in education. Insecurity on education can also lead to drop out of school. The effect of insecurity on education in Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. The print and electronic media indicates that over 85% of school children in Borno State do not attend school due to the insecurities in the state. Nowadays, many children are unable to attend school because of the fear of Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, in the north. Among the 14 million children in Nigeria who are out of school, 60% are in the north. According to current data, 30% of the school children drop out of primary school and only 54% transit to junior secondary school. Reason for this low completion rate includes insecurity. Kidnapping is also an effect of insecurity on education in Nigeria. On February 29, 2016, Babington Macaulay Junior Seminary, a school on the outskirts of Lagos, was thrown into pandemonium when some school children were abducted by a gang of 12 armed men who kidnapped 3 schoolgirls. Also, a few months later, October 6, 2016, at 7:30 a.m., some armed men stormed Iguala Model College in Ekpe and kidnapped the school vice principal, students, and teachers during the school general assembly. These successive kidnaps reveal that school children kidnaps are becoming major threats. The increase in kidnapping rates can be viewed as a law enforcement failure, as security operatives have failed to send a forceful message on the repercussion of such crimes. We still see the resistance to sending our children to school because of kidnapping. As a result, more than 263 million children and young people are now out of school. 63 million of them are of primary school age. In recommending solutions to what should be done on this insecurity and education in Nigeria, a safe school program should be drawn up to provide teachers, parents, and students with comprehensive information on safety skills. Secondly, the government should provide school templates for emergency response plans, and there should be an establishment for emergency response team to manage the system. Thirdly, the government should collaborate with schools to increase policing so as to be better prepared in case of any attack. Students should also be taught on how to respond in case of emergency. Lastly, armed security operatives can now carry out random patrols and inspections for safety. Thank you very much.
Can you give him a bigger hand clap? Thank you. In 1955, Mr. Dawson Jackson had written about students, and he said, engaging them will help them to become the best in education. And that's what you just shown right here. Can we please celebrate him again? In the microphone, the second speaker of the school, College of Commerce, Naomi. Can you please give her a big hand clap? Okay. Okay, oh, Masa. Okay, can you please give her Masa a big hand clap? Thank you, Masa.
Good morning, my listening audience. My name is Uma Pamela, and I'm a student of College of Commerce, Warri. I'm here to present a talk on the topic, Effect of Insecurity on the Education of the Nigerian Child. Insecurity is a threat to learning. Prevailing conflicts within communities around the school often have ripple effects on the teaching and learning activities of such schools. Insecurity mainly focuses on threat to physical harm, crimes, domestic and community violence. These security fears can include insecurity that children suffer from as they go to school, insecurity that they feel at school, and insecurity that they suffer from in their homes. This brings us to another consequences, which is terrorism. Low level of education and literacy in the Northeast have been worsened by Boko Haram insurgency. They have targeted teachers and schools, with more than 910 schools destroyed between 2009 and 2015. 1,500 schools forced to close down, which is further reducing children's right to education. Boko Haram crisis, the major cause of insecurity, especially in the northern parts of Nigeria, has taken the life of so many students and corps members. There are crowd terrorism going on in the country presently, and the school is not left out. Kidnapping has also been the order of the day. Students are kidnapped on their way to school or on their way back from school, and because of this, some parents are afraid to send their children to school. Rape is also an insecurity issue. Some female students are raped while going or coming back from school, maybe through the use of unsafe routes, and because of it, some parents feel it is not necessary for the girl child to be educated, which is very wrong. In providing solution to the effects of insecurity on the education of the Nigerian child, firstly, the school administrators should draw up new strategies peculiar to their situation in dealing with insecurity threats. This is because there seems to be ghost terrorists who jump security traps. Secondly, the inclusion of security education in the new school curriculum is very vital at this point. This will help both students and staff to be security conscious and be alert. Thirdly, police should be made to patrol close to schools, spot out strange persons and things around the school, and keep their environment safe. Thank you.
The support speaker of the school, can we please give her a big hand clap? Omasan Pamela, please give her a big hand clap of College of Commerce. Well, the management of Rize FM had said it's a contributory part of it to educational standard in the state, hence the need for this competition. Next, we shall be calling on a student from OC Model College, and I'm sure it's ready. Mirabel Ogine Akpobo, can you please give her a resounding hand clap? You also free to adjust the mic according to your own height. Thank you. Please give her a big hand clap.
Good day, everyone. I'm your speaker, Ms. Mirabel Oginakubo, representing Asimoda College, Warri, and I'm here to enlighten you on the topic, effects of insecurity on the education of the Nigerian child. First of all, I'd like to define education and insecurity. This deals with the threats, fear, anxiety a child faces as he or she goes to school, in school, or from their homes. Having known this, the following are some of the insecurities a child experiences educationally. 1. Fear of the unknown. Most parents have been afraid of sending their kids to school after the numerous events such as rape, assault, kidnapping has been taking place. Take for instance the kidnapping that took place in the junior seminary high school in the outskirts of Lagos, where few students who were studying for their exams were kidnapped, or the kidnapping of a vice principal, teacher, and some students in Ebola Model College, where the students were kidnapped during their assembly. These events have put fear in the hearts of parents and even the students themselves, thereby preventing them from acquiring education. Also, poverty. Most parents who are not financially buoyant do not have the financial capacity to see their words through school, thereby causing their children not to go through education. Also, culture. Culture has prevented the female gender from acquiring education and knowledge. They're based on the belief that most female students, the education of a female child ends in the kitchen. Having known this, the following are some of the effects of these insecurities. 1. Lack of concentration, illiteracy among youth, etc. Conclusively, the following are some of the solutions to this problem. Government should provide more scholarship schemes for those who cannot afford education. Government should enlighten parents, especially those from the northern side, on the importance of education of both the female and the male gender. Government should also emphasize more on security measures. Students should be taught on how to respond in times of emergency. Government should also collaborate with other countries on how to totally eradicate those causing threats to our society. Thank you.
Please give her a big hand clap. Shinkan Uwankanta was only 15 years of age when she addressed her sections of professors in Zimbabwe in 1985, and she went on to become the best book writer in that country. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just join us, it's a live transmission on Rize FM Radio, the Rize Oratory Competition, Season 2, Day 3, and schools are beginning to show their class right here in the studio. Next is the school. I hope they are ready. It's a school that I will bring you to the stage immediately. the supporting speaker anyway, Favor of All Model College, Favor Bademusi. Are you ready? Please celebrate that with a big hand clap. Are you ready? Walk like a champion. Give her a big hand clap. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ms. Badmosi Fever, representing Oratory Model College, Warri, and I'm here to further expatiate on what my fellow student, Ms. Mirabella, just said concerning the topic, the effects of insecurity on the education of the Nigerian child. In any educational system, peace and tranquility is an antidote for a successful teaching and learning. In recent times, however, millions of school children in Nigeria have been caught up in conflicts that result to insecurities, not only for their school attendance, but to their lives and properties. In recent times, the abduction of 110 Dapshi students leaves Nigerian schools more than a sense of deja vu of the scandalous kidnapping of about 300 girls in a hostel in Chibok, Borno State, April 2014. Once again, parents in the north who beat all us to send their wards to school are left to read their choice. More important is that the latest abduction reveals the absence of security measures in our schools. Of the 10.5 million children in Nigeria who are out of school, 60% are in the north and most of them are girls. Those are the primary targets of Boko Haram's brutal hate campaign against Western education. Furthermore, these are some of the effects of the levels of insecurity on education. Actual dropout of school, lack of concentration, poor attendance to school, paranoia, anxiety, dismissal from persons, and so much more. Conclusively, these are some suggested measures in curbing the menace, partnering with foreign forces and using concerted dialogue to end the menace, enhancing security measures within the society, teaching students how to respond in case of emergencies, creation of National Guard and Special Force unity in Nigeria military, having well-lit school compounds at night, and the use of CCTV, that is closed circuit television cameras. Thank you.
Clap for her. Thank you. The second speaker of the school, Oratory Model College, Favor Bademusi. Please give her a big hand clap. We will proceed to the next school, Warri College, and then presenting them the chief speaker of the college, Ifudu Ujiro. Can we please celebrate him?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ifudu Ujiro, and I'm a student of Warri College, Warri. Firstly, I'd like to appreciate the management and staff of Rize FM for giving me this opportunity to be here today to address this issue. And I want to also appreciate my school for making it possible for me to be here. Firstly, I want to go over the meaning of insecurity. Insecurity can be defined as a state of being insecure and being prone to danger. Insecurity is an impediment to learning. The impact of insecurity on the education of the Nigerian child includes stressful studies, poor school attendance, vandalization of school properties, and the production of outbreak graduates. Insecurity in the context of violence has increased to frightening levels in Nigeria to 2009. The youth rebellion in the southern part of Nigeria has increased, leading to school dropouts in the southern part of the country. Over the years, people from all parts of Borno State have been trooping into the state capital, leading to the proliferation of IDP camps. A tour through these IDP camps clearly indicates the unfortunate stories of these IDPs, mostly the children. In a country that is threatened with violence, insecurity, and war, the child is the most vulnerable member of that society, and they are allowed to wander the streets as orphans and as victims of man humanity to man that kill their parents, adopted their siblings, and destroy their homes. To be realistic, how many IDP camps do you actually have in Nigeria? How many orphans do we also have? Who owns the child? The parents or the society? When a child is a liability, it belongs to the parents. But when a child is an asset, it belongs to the society. The devastating effect of insecurity of the Nigerian child to this country has not only increased the rate of street children and orphans, but also posed a threat to the future security of the nation. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, said that 3 million people have been displaced by insecurity. This strikes back at the foundation of education. How can there be education if there are no people to receive education? What can be more evil or brutal than the abduction of over 200 schoolgirls by Boko Haram, or the killing of harmless students by Boko Haram in 2014? Imagine for a moment that these boys and girls abducted by these insurgents were to be used as human shields, shipped for ransom and bargaining, or to be so tightly on slave trade. Thomas Hobbes once noted that a life that Thomas Woodman noted that life will be solitary, poor and nasty in a society that cannot secure the child in school. The security of the child in school is not a luxury but a necessity and needs the urgent attention of stakeholders in the educational sector. Efforts to reduce insecurity must go beyond setting up agencies whose efforts are hardly felt. Give the Nigerian child a home to lie on, give him a bed to rest his head, give them a shoulder to cry on and an arm to replace them, and a heart to care for them. Give the Nigerian child a hope. Thank you.
Please give more great hand clap. Before we do Ujiro of Warri College, thank you. Thank you very much. The next speaker of the school, Naomi, we welcome you. Can we please give her a wonderful hand clap? She works like a champion. Please celebrate her. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Oyame Balonaomi. Good day, everyone. My name is Oyame Balonaomi. I am greatly honored to be here today. I want to appreciate the management and staff of Rize FM, my principal, teachers at Warri College, for the opportunity to be here today. I am greatly humbled to represent my great school, Warri College, to speak on the effects of insecurity on the education of the Nigerian child. Education is a basic human right of every child in Nigeria, according to the International Human Rights Law. Education helps students like me fulfill their dreams and ambitions of becoming professors, lawyers, doctors, engineers. Education, in helping us fulfill our dreams, brings about a sustainable social and economic development. This is because the better the education of any society, the better the social and economic standard of that society. Education has brought a lot of good to Nigeria, but has been under great insecurity threat for the past 10 years by groups like the Boko Haram. The effect of this group on the education of the Nigerian child can be seen in various ways. Effects on school attendance. The present state of insecurity in North region has reduced school attendance. For example, in 2014, over 200 Chibok school girls were adopted from their school dormitory, and that was followed by the adoption of 410 Dutchess school girls. This has led to parents to prevent their children from going to school, thereby preventing them from getting quality education. This insecurity has also led to inadequate educational facilities. According to UNICEF, over 300 schools were destroyed and 340 children were killed between 2014. This insecurity has also led to inadequate educational facility in such a way that the internally displaced person, among the internally displaced person, 55.7% be children that should have been in school. This insecurity has also caused harm in so many ways, in communal clashes, like in the Niger Delta and some parts of the country. We must rise above the current insecurity. Thank you.
All right, can we please give her a big hand clap? You must agree, every one of us have spoken very well. Can we celebrate ourselves, students? If you just joined us, it's a Rize Oratory Competition, Season 2. Today is Day 3.
Rize 106.7, positively different.